Hey everyone, it's your boy Big T here back with another video. And today, this is going to be an explanation of what has been going on for me. Um, so, reason I haven't uploaded in a little while now is because I've done an event that for about 5 days I wasn't here to record. And so, my parents, they recorded their stuff on their phones. And this video, I'm just gonna explain all like what happened and all that during this event, um, and everything from order. So yeah, from that, before we get started, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you don't miss another one of my videos. And yeah, let's get started. So the first thing that happened was that here's what we did. We went to Taylorville, Illinois, and it's about 3.5 hour drive down south for me. I had to ride in my Jeep where I did. Um, and then when we got to our the place is called South Fork Dirt Riders. When we got there, we had an electrical camp set up, and we got there at about maybe 9 in the morning. We had to leave. We woke up at 4 in the morning, had to leave at 5. And we only had to fuel up once to get gas one time. That's it. That was the whole trip. That was a success. And after that, then we set up camp, obviously, with some of our friends um, that were camping right next to us. They were trailing all the way down to the place with us straight from our house all the way down there. They trailed on our yeah, and yeah, that was how the trip went. I'm just kidding. I mean, the trip there, at least, like, not the whole trip. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to where I was. What else happened was, we brought four-wheelers, mini bikes. We had a Jeep that I rode in that we can also use, and to ride around with on trails and stuff like that. And the whole reason we're there is because we get to see a lot of people. We got to see for concerts. There was a 3-day concert, and oh my god, it was good. It was so good. And so here's how they went. We got to see first. Um, who did we see? Dusty Lee, Demon Jones, Adam Calhoun. Um, who else did we get to see? Well, let me think about that. We also saw a guy named Bubba Sparks. We saw Broadnax. He was really good. And then we all saw a guy named Cornbread. And then we all saw the big one. The big one was Upchurch. And whoo, he was good. He does country, southern rock, and rap. So he did all those. He's also a very, very nice dude. He gets signatures to everybody on his boots. We have a rebel flag that we hold up to, and stuff like that. And then, yeah, he was a really cool dude. He was even like, hell yeah, get them fireworks over. He wanted someone to rev their cars, stuff like that. In the middle of the show, there was a few people that needed medics, and he was blessing them actually, and that's what I love about Upchurch. He is really good with that. He cares about a lot of people. This man, when he dies, he deserves to go to heaven, man, for sure. For sure. Anyway, after all them concerts, we got to be riding on trails. We got stuck in the mud a whole lot. We all got muddy a lot. Like, we had to save water, so we didn't shower for until like a day after we didn't, stuff like that. But it was fun. It was fun. Um, there was like a giant mud hole where there's also like a creek that we go swimming in. The mud hole we don't obviously go swimming in, but the creek, yeah, we can because that's actually fresh and water, not mud. The mud that is for when like side by sides, four wheelers, monster trucks, jeeps, even they will all go ahead and they will get their shit muddy. Ooh, yeah, it's really good. Trust me. If you were there for yourself, awesome. I really appreciated that. Anyway, um, there was also um side by side and monster truck poles. We didn't stay for those for very long either because down south it was 100 degrees for a heat index. Hot, man. So we just all went back to camp and we actually have set up at our electrical camp a little pool which we use, and I'm surprised we even brought one of those. That was pretty helpful. I felt way better after that. And then we I my one of my cousins and their friends and their dad, um my cousin's dad, were camping right next to us. We had a really good time with each other. It was fun. And we were just riding with them all day. And there was like after parties that we went to. Um, there was one party that we did not go to, and I cannot record for obvious reasons because it is a titty show. We do not record those. I can't get demonetized. Not now. Not ever will I get demonetized. Anyway, um, that was about almost the whole trip, and then shit happened to the Jeep. Shit happened to the Jeep. We were about to go for a ride at night, for like last night before we had to start packing up in the morning. And then that was a never mind because when we got in, we started the Jeep up. We like the windshield wipers, there was like screeching, and then one of them just broke off. So, yeah. But that didn't stop us yet. That was until we found out when we were trying to start it up again, he should have just left it on because when he started it up again, the battery was dead. Of course. And then some of our four-wheelers, like one four-wheeler's manual, I try to shift it down to reverse. There's no reverse. There isn't at least a neutral on there still. So use that to my advantage. And yeah. So I rode a four-wheeler over there. I think my dad next time we do these kind of things is going to get me and my brother our own four-wheelers to ride around in because mini bikes did not cut it. Mini bikes were actually sucky around because it was storming the first 2 days and that kind of just broke our shit already. So yeah, it was bad. But our tent surprisingly stayed up and stuff like that. Now, packing up. About 10:30 we had to leave the camp a.m. and went home. But we had to stop many times. Many times. So, right before we were about to hit the highway, I told Dad the Jeep is actually, the fuse box for the Jeep was smoking. And it was. So we pulled over. Dad fixed it a little bit. 10 minutes later, 20 minutes later, something like that, it was smoking again. So we pull over once again. And then eventually we stopped at a gas station and let the Jeep cool down and eat some food. The food we ate was pretty good. It was all right. It was a restaurant and buffet in one. You can either have the menu or the buffet. And ooh, I was like, I'm confused. What is this? And I'm clearly not from there, apparently. So, yeah. But anyway, um, everything turned out to be okay then until like these people, Josh and Angela, that's their names. They were one of our friends that were camping like right across from us, and they were about to take off on us and leave us on our own, but they decided to stay just for the ride. And let's just say, thank God they did, because at that gas station, we pulled over to another gas station with them, and then with the Jeep, and then my buddy Josh, he rode in the Jeep, um, just figure out what was going on. And then we pull over to a Yeti, even another gas station, to fuel up again, because the Jeep actually does not survive that long for fuel. So we pull over again, and then the Jeep, when we are about to, I was in Angela's car. We had to switch over cars. There was like 4 cars tailing on us. We had to switch cars, stuff like that, a lot of times. I stayed only in Angela and Josh's car, only the first switch, but I didn't switch back until we got back to Rockford. And then right before we were about to hit the highway, I heard a loud pop in the Jeep, and the fuel thing was busted for it, meaning we had to tow it back to that gas station, and we actually had to abandon it for the night. By the time I'm recording this, we are getting it tonight. So, we're getting it back. It's still like an hour down south from where I'm at, but we're going to get it tonight. And then 10 minutes later, back down the road, when my mom and dad now had to switch cars into our GMC, then we pulled over again because we see our mom and dad pulled over in another car right there. That was another one of our friends that had like a white Chevy. And they said one of our trailer tires popped. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Fuck, is what I said. And we spent like 45 minutes changing that tire. And yeah, it was just bad. It was really bad. Thankfully, that was the last flaw that we had, and or last issue, I should say. That was the last issue we had on that trip. We made it back to Rockford safely, and then when we got back to Josh and Angela's house, we told them thank you for giving us a ride, because we were glad. She even said, I'm glad we stayed with them. We didn't leave them behind. I'm glad we didn't leave them behind whatsoever. I was glad too, otherwise we would have been fucked. So, yeah. With that being said, we did make it back home. On the way back home, I had to ride back with my mom and dad. Dad to sit in my mom's lap. Yeah, it was funny. But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do to get home, you know. Back to McChesney Park. But yeah, other than that, I think that's a wrap for this video. A lot of stops we had to make on that trip home. We didn't make it till 5 o'clock p.m. home. It should have only taken us like 3.5 to 4. But no, it took us like 6 to 7 hours because of all them stops. Ugh. But I am glad I am home safely. We probably will be going back down to Taylorville again September, so and I'll probably record for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video where I've recorded stuff for you guys that I will show you guys on my mom and dad's phones. I'll see you guys then. Peace out.